do you really need to have control? Do you need to, like, dictate how things go and how someone does something and, what they're going to do and how you're going to do it and all that all that stuff? I really need you to recognize that control is abuse. And you may not feel like you're being abusive, maybe you're not saying horrible things and you're not, hitting them, but control is equally as destructive abuse, because if someone doesn't have a choice, that's control. So it's more effective to get your needs met if you can come from a vulnerable place of I statements and make a request. This is what would make me happy. And you can't control whether they do it or not. All you can do is ask. And if they're not going to do it, you don't get to verbally assault them about it. You don't get to criticize them about it. You can make a decision about whether the relationship is what you want or not, but you cannot force your will on someone else and demand or have punishment for them, right? If they don't do what you wanted. I wanted to talk about this because a lot of people are controlling, right? It's scary not to have control, right? You like to have control. You like to know what's going on. You like to have it be the way you want it to be. You want to control it. But if you're trying to control someone else, that's abuse. And I really need to let you look at it that way. If someone doesn't have a choice, if you get mad at them, if they don't do it exactly the way you want it, then that's abuse. And if you're with somebody who's telling you, you got to do it this way, you can't do it that way, this is what I need, it's all like rigid and exactly how they want it, or it's going to be an argument and they're going to yell at you, or, God forbid, worse. But most people recognize physically abusive, not as much emotionally abusive, right? Like verbal abuse, which is really damaging to your self-esteem. But so is control. Someone trying to tell you how you have to do things, how you should dress, what you should say, who should be friends with, where you can go, the things you can do, all of that is abusive. Everybody wants to have their own needs met and have what they want. So you need to find a nice compromise. And if you're not allowing someone to have a choice, that's control, and it's abuse. And controlling people end up have a hard time holding on to relationships. So if you want to have a really, truly loving relationship, look, I get it. It's scary when you really love somebody to just let them go. But, there's a fabulous saying that you said, if you love something, set it free. If it comes back to you, it's yours. If not, it never was, right? So think about that when you're trying to control somebody. Someone's more likely to love you if you're allowing them to be who they are and you're not trying to control them. That's a better way to get someone to love you than by, forcing them to do something or manipulating them to do something or demanding, right? You need to allow yourself to be vulnerable to achieve true love instead of being controlling, which is abuse. I'm Donna Barnes. If you liked my video, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And if you need personalized help, I am available for private coaching.